What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving my reaction to the Ole Miss versus Baylor Sugar Bowl game. What can I say, guys? It was a sad sight to see Matt Corral go out with an injury like that. It's probably one reason why, a lot of players choose not to play in post-bowl games, well, post-games period, because of the situations like this where you can have a very, very serious injury. And I know a lot of people, give their thoughts and think that, players should, play because they made a commitment to the team. But on the other hand, I can see why players do this because of the situation that happened last night. But it's very unfortunate for Matt Corral. Hopefully he'll get back to good strength. But he might have took a hit in his draft stock, so it's very, very unfortunate. But I have some stats for the game. Like I said, Baylor won the game 21-7. So give you the stats. I'm gonna go to the offensive side for Baylor. Bohannon, he was 7 for 17 with 40 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Their rushing attack, they had Smith, who had 25 carries for 172 yards. He didn't get a touchdown though. Then you had Baldwin, who had 1 carry for 48 yards, and he's the one that got one of their touchdowns. Then receiving, you had Estrada, who had 2 receptions for 14 yards. You had R.J. Sneed, he had 2 receptions for 10 yards. Then you had T. Thornton, who had 1 reception for 2 yards and a touchdown. So, yeah, it was a pretty defensive game, guys. The reason Baylor won the game is because they primarily rushed the ball, guys. Defensively, Baylor had 2 interceptions, 1 from Jay Woods. He had 2 from Jay Woods, 2 interceptions, and Walcott got 1. So, it was expected of Baylor to have a pretty good defense, considering that their head coach is Dave Aranda, who's known for playing defense. He was once LSU's defensive coordinator, so it's expected that Baylor will have a pretty stout defense. That was the matchup was supposed to be all about. Ole Miss's offense versus Baylor's defense, but with Matt Corral going out, they had to rely on the backup quarterback. And I'm gonna bring up their stats. Like I said, Matt Corral went out with an injury. He only was 2 for 6 for 10 yards, and he threw an interception. But they relied on Altmaier, who was 15 for 28 for 174 yards and a touchdown, but he threw 2 interceptions. So Ole Miss had a bad outing, guys. Jay Ely, he had 12 carries for 65 yards. Connor was 11 for 42 yards. Core was 7 for 17 yards. So like I said, guys, they didn't do anything as far as rushing, and their only receiver that really had a touchdown was Sanders, and he had 1 reception for 37 yards and a touchdown. So like I said, guys, Ole Miss just had a bad outing. Baylor was the better team. Their defense controlled the game, and like I said, it was unfortunate. I was really looking forward for Ole Miss to have Matt Corral in the game and kind of make it interesting, but unfortunately things happen. So, but hopefully he'll be fine. And if any other players that were injured in the game, hopefully they'll be fine as well too. So I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. That's all I have today. Will you guys please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with some more information in college football sports. So thanks, guys, and roll tide.